Glad to speak to you. This is VELAYUTHAM ASWIN from Chennai. Watch till end. To view our channel, just type in the Google VELAYUTHAM ASWIN. இந்த வீடியோவை தமிழில் பார்க்க கூகுளில் வேலாயுதம் அஸ்வின் என்று டைப் செய்யவும். Go to our channel playlist and find out topics. Telegram link I have given in the description column of this video. Join with us and grow rich. Banking news I have posted it on 15th August 2024. Reserve Bank of India has released a regulatory framework for housing finance companies and non-banking finance companies. It means NBFCs, non-banking financial companies. Actually, they are like banks, but they are not given the status of bank. That is called non-banking finance companies. Revising the regulations on public deposit acceptance and repayment to meet emergent expenses. For example, actually, to be frank, so many people are asking me over phone, almost 10 days or within a week. They are asking me, they have deposited amount, for example, 5 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees in a fixed deposit for a period of 1 year or 2 years, whatever may be the period. Okay, they want the money in between these days. For example, I have put money in a fixed deposit account 10 days ago, but the period maturity period is 1 year or 2 years, but I want the money right now. Whether I can withdraw the money from the bank, whether they will be deducting any amount from the deposit amount. These are the questions people are asking me. I make it very clear. If you have deposited money in a nationalized bank, then you can withdraw the money at any time. For example, you have put money in a fixed deposit for a period of 2 years, but you want the money the next day itself or within 10 days, you can withdraw your fixed deposit amount. You can premature withdrawal of the money. Okay, so at any point of time, you can withdraw money from your fixed deposit amount if you had invested in a nationalized bank. I wanted to make it very clear, right? For the NBFCs and housing finance companies, RBI has given the circular. Depositors can request at any an early withdrawal under these circumstances. Okay, now you have deposited money in a housing finance company or NBFC. At that time, what are the circumstances whether you can get the money from them like nationalized bank? These are the points they have given. If a depositor requests it before the 3-month period from the date of receipt of the deposit, the small deposits, those valued at less than 10,000, may be paid yearly to them in whole and without interest. For example, you have invested 10,000 rupees as a fixed deposit in a housing finance companies or NBFC. Then if you give them the request, then within 3 months, then they will pay you the money without any interest. Okay, for other public deposits, for example, more than 10,000 rupees, individual depositors may request yearly payment of up to 50% of the principal amount or the deposit or rupees 5 lakh at any time before the 3-month period that ends after the date the deposit was accepted free of interest. I give you the simple in a simple term. For example, for other than 10,000 rupees deposit, if you are withdrawing the money before 3 months period, then they will give you 50% of the amount you have deposited. For example, you have deposited 5 lakh rupees, then they will give you 2 lakhs 50,000. 50% only, 50% of the amount only they will give you, or else the maximum cap is 5 lakhs. For example, you have deposited to 20 lakhs, But what about the 50% of the 20 lakhs? It comes about 10 lakhs. But the maximum amount they will give it to you is 5 lakh rupees. The terms of the current directives as they relate to public deposits will apply to the remaining sum plus interest at the agreed rate. For example, you put 5 lakh rupees as a deposit, but you have withdrawn 50% from it. 2.5 lakhs you have withdrawn. The remaining is 2.5 lakh rupees with the NBFC or HFC. Then they will give you the interest for these remaining amount till the maturity period. If a depositor has a serious illness, or 100% of the principal amount of the deposit may be given to them early at their request without interest before the 3-month period that ends on the date the deposit was accepted. It is, sir, for example, I mean, you have deposited some amount in housing finance companies or NBFCs. Now you want the money for the medical bill. So at that time, if you give the request, then they may return your amount, 100% amount they will give you, but without interest. You are the loser. As defined by the government, emergent costs also include emergency medical costs and the expenses resulting from natural disasters. For example, you can withdraw money, 100% money from the banks, from the NBFCs and HFCs on two grounds. One is on medical emergency or natural disaster. It is like Wayanad. Now you have heard about it in Kerala. Okay, these are the natural disasters. At that time you can withdraw your money, 100% money. The sum specified in these classes will also apply to the currently in effect deposit contracts in which the depositor is not entitled to an early withdrawal of funds prior to the end of the 3-month period. Okay, but already this rule also applies to the existing deposit also. Okay, so you cannot withdraw the money within 3 months. Till now, the depositor was expected to get the maturity date from NBFCs at least 2 months ahead of the maturity date. So NBFCs and housing finance companies should inform you the maturity date before 2 months, well in advance. But according to the RBI's most recent directives, this time frame should be shortened from 2 months to 14 days. Now the NBFC or housing finance companies can give you 14 days time of the maturity of your deposit. As a result, the circular stipulates that the NBFC would be required to provide the depositor with the maturity deposit no less than 2 weeks prior to the maturity date. As I have already explained to you, VELAYUTHAM ASWIN 8122414652. Dear friend, please click like of this video. Our videos will follow you. You will get benefited. To view my answers for your questions regarding banking, real estate, etc., click the below YouTube link or type the below website address in the Google VELAYUTHAM ASWIN.blogspot.com. Thank you very much. We can meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.